Ladies, I am here tonight on the show, and I'm here to talk about the NFL draft recap, the first round of the NFL recap. This was a long ass draft. We've been complaining about not having nothing to watch. We finally get something to watch today, but it was fucking longer. Jesus Christ, it was way too long. But hey, at least, hey man, we have something to watch. Let's can't complain. Okay, so obviously at first there was not a lot of surprises. There were some surprises. Obviously the wide receivers. Henry Ruggs being the first wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb, not CeeDee Lamb and uh, Henry Jerry Jeudy not getting picked in the top 10. Henry Ruggs being the first one gone at 12, and then Jerry Jeudy until 15 to the Denver Broncos. And then CeeDee Lamb, obviously the Dallas Cowboys trying to take him away from the Philadelphia Eagles, of course, ended up taking CeeDee Lamb at fucking 17. And the fucking Eagles, instead of, they didn't trade up, should have traded up, maybe with Denver or somebody instead. And then, they don't do that. And then also at 21, instead of taking Justin Jefferson, they take Jalen Reagor, who, Tommy, I'll make the argument he's probably the fifth, maybe best wide receiver in this class. I would have taken Justin Jefferson instead. I think they could have even traded up and at least gotten CeeDee Lamb, possibly even Jerry Jeudy at 15. I'm so pissed off about it, ladies and gentlemen. I really am. But obviously Joe Burrow goes to Cincinnati. No surprise. Chase Young to Washington. Jeff Okudah to Detroit. Andrew Thomas. I'm not surprised. They need offensive line help to protect Daniel Jones. I'm not surprised he went to New York at 4. Tua Tagovailoa. A lot of people were worried about the injuries, but Miami decides to spin the wheel, roll the dice on Tua Tagovailoa, and they take him at 5. Justin Herbert, not surprised, at 6 to Los Angeles Chargers. Derrick Brown, defensive lineman. I thought Isaiah Simmons was another guy that dropped. He didn't go until 8. I thought he was by far the best linebacker in this class, and he would be a top 3 pick. He didn't go until 8 to Arizona. I thought maybe Carolina would take him at 7. Instead, they went to Derrick Brown, defensive lineman. But then right away, Isaiah. Now, I thought Arizona, they needed an offensive line. But I think they went with the philosophy of let's take the best player instead of our need. And they went with the best player on the board at that time, which was Isaiah Simmons. But they could have easily gone offensive line as well. C.J. Henderson, the best cornerback, went to Jacksonville. Cleveland gets another Jarek Wills, another offensive lineman. Cleveland should really be a playoff team this year now. Now they have no excuse. The excuse last year was they didn't have an offensive line. They got Copeland in free agency. They got Wills here in the draft. They turn up that offensive line. There's no excuse for Cleveland now. The Jets also well-needed offensive line help. Mika Bateman, offensive line out of Louisville to protect Sam Darnold. They needed him too. I thought they could possibly get Jerry Jeudy there, but no, they also the Jets need offensive line help. Henry Ruggs, surprise here, especially that it was Henry Ruggs instead of Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb. Henry Ruggs, like I said, first wide receiver going to the Raiders at 12. Tristan Wirfs, interesting here. I don't know why Tampa Bay ended up moving from 14 to 13, trading with San Francisco to take offensive lineman Tristan Wirfs, because San Francisco ended up taking a defensive lineman. I don't know why the hell they traded up. I really don't get it, but whatever. They take offensive line Tristan Wirfs, then Javon Clown to the defensive lineman to San Francisco. Jerry Jeudy to me. Tammy! The best wide receiver in this class goes to Denver at 15. A.J. Terrell, cornerback, pretty good. Maybe the second best cornerback in this class goes to Atlanta at 16. CeeDee Lamb, like I said, the Eagles. The Cowboys, I think they could have probably gone. Like, I think if C.J. Henderson or A.J. Terrell would have still been available at 17 for the Cowboys, I think they take one of those two. But since they were both gone, I think like they said, okay, you know what? Let's take CeeDee Lamb. Let's take him away from the Eagles. I honestly do. They took him away from the Eagles. Austin Jackson, offensive lineman, good help for two loyal offensive linemen. 18 to Miami. Damian Aria, cornerback, at 19 for the Raiders. Kevin Cheese, defensive lineman for Jacksonville at 20. Eagles, like I said, they take Jalen Reagor, probably the fifth best offensive wide receiver Justin Jefferson to replace Stephon Diggs at 22 to the Vikings. Kenneth Murray, linebacker to Chargers. Cesar Ruiz, a very good center, a very good offensive lineman to Saints at 24. Brendan Akua, wide receiver to San Francisco, try to replace Emmanuel Sanders. Jordan Love at 26. The Packers have chosen Jordan Love to possibly be their future franchise quarterback here at 26. So I give Aaron Rodgers probably 2 to 3 years before Jordan Love takes over, man. I think they're high on Jordan Love. That's why they took him here. And I think Jordan Love could possibly be the next franchise quarterback of the Green Bay Packers here in the next 2 to 3 years. Jordan Brooks, linebacker to Seattle. I thought Seattle could maybe go offensive line. They ended up going defense here with a linebacker. Patrick Quinn, linebacker to Baltimore. Baltimore just seems to love their defense. They just love defense. Tennessee, Isaiah Wilson, offensive lineman. Noah, I can't pronounce that name, cornerback by Miami at 30. Jeff Galloway, cornerback, TCU at Minnesota. And Clyde Edwards-Dexter, running back out of LSU to Kansas City. I thought they could even take Jonathan Taylor here. I really did. I'm like, they're going to take Jonathan Taylor. But they ended up instead taking Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who was pretty damn good for LSU, especially in that Alabama game back in November. Remember that shit? He was unbelievable in that game. I think he almost ran for 200 yards in that game. He was flat out fantastic. So yeah, that's the first day of the draft. Obviously, like I said, there were some surprises. Isaiah Simmons dropping all the way to Arizona at 8. Jerry Jeudy dropping all the way to 15 to Denver. CeeDee Lamb dropping all the way to 17 to Dallas. Henry Ruggs being the first wide receiver gone at 12 to the Raiders. You could even say Jordan Love getting drafted at 26 by the Packers. Packers actually moved up from to get him. They were, I believe, at 30, and they went to 26. They traded with Miami to go get Justin Love. So they really liked Justin Love to the Packers. Not only did they draft him in the first round, they traded from 30 to 26 to go get him with Miami. The biggest surprise, like I said, the linebacker Isaiah Simmons dropping to 8. I thought he was a top 5 pick, and like I said, the wide receiver, especially Jerry Jeudy to 15 and CeeDee Lamb to 18, dropping as much as they did. But whatever, good draft, I guess. You saw a lot of offensive linemen going. I think you're going to see a lot of wide receivers continue to go in the second and third round tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. But yeah, good draft, I guess. Good draft. I would have loved to get either, as an Eagles fan, trade up and get, Jerry Jeudy at 15. I would have loved that. But or maybe even CeeDee Lamb. And then at 21, when Jefferson is still there, we ended up taking the other guy. What the fuck are you doing, Eagles? Seriously, man. I'm not super pissed. What the fuck? I'm not super pissed with our pick, but it's come on, man. Seriously, man. Jalen Reagor out of TCU, he's whatever, but I think he's the 5th best wide receiver. But come on, man. I wanted Justin Jefferson, man. He was right there. If you're not gonna trade up and get either CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy, at least fucking get Justin Jefferson. Jesus Christ. But whatever, ladies and gentlemen, whatever. I rest my case. I'm out like a light. Until next time, holla at your boy. I'm out like a light.